What are the things that you actually need to look out for when reviewing those contracts? Firstly is change of control provisions. So if you're conducting a share purchase, this is extremely important. Some contracts give the other party to the contract the right to terminate if the company that you're buying changes control. Change of control typically is defined as more than 50% of the shares of the company are sold to someone else. If one of the company's top clients has that right, this is a significant risk. You'll need to work out whether their consent is needed and how to obtain the consent of that client before completion. Secondly, it's assignment and novation rights. If you're doing an asset purchase as opposed to a share purchase, you'll need to transfer the rights and benefits to those contracts. You'll want to check whether the contract specifically or expressly allows the company that you're entering into the asset purchase agreement with, whether it allows them to assign the rights and obligations to that contract to yourself. If that express right to assignment is not included in the contract, then you'll need to novate that contract. That means that yourself, the seller of the business, and the client or the supplier that you're interested in need to all sign a different contract confirming that the new person, yourself, is going to be the one that delivers the service, for example. Thirdly, make sure to look out for contract expiry dates. You'll want to check when each key contract is due to expire. If a major customer contract expires in 3 months, the revenue is certainly not guaranteed. The shorter the remaining term, the less certainty you have. You also want to look out for automatic renewal clauses. So for example, if there is an expensive supplier contract that you do not want to continue being party to once you bought the business, you'll want to check whether there's an automatic renewal clause and how to avoid that actually taking effect. Fourthly, look out for customer and supplier concentration. You'll want to assess how much of the business depends on any one customer or supplier. If, for example, one customer accounts for half the revenue, this is a real concentration risk. The same applies to suppliers. If the company relies on a single supplier for a critical input, you're exposed if that relationship breaks down. Fifth, compliance with relevant laws. You'll want to review the company's standard terms of business. If the company sells, for example, to consumers, these terms need to comply with the Consumer Rights Act. And lastly, unusual contracts. Look out for any contracts with unusual terms. This could include long-term exclusivity arrangements, penalty clauses, or obligations that are disproportionate to the value of the contract.